my name is Brittany O'Quinn, and I am recording this for, we had to find a technology tool that we use in our classroom that we feel that would be successful in either math or science. And I actually don't use a lot of technology tools in the classroom, so I kind of had to go off and find something. And during my research, I found this really cool website, and I have it in the screen, and it's the nctm.org Classroom Resources, Illuminations, Interactive Algebra Tiles. And I saw there's lots of really cool things that you can do with algebra tiles. I thought virtual algebra tiles would be a really cool thing to bring into the classroom. So I'm going to kind of show you how this one works. So basically, I kind of already started this one, and I want to show you that, some of the main things you need to know is to be able to change back to a mouse. You need to click over here. We also have, if you need to erase something, like if I don't want this one anymore, so you click on the eraser, and then you can go and erase a tile. I actually have those in there right now, so I'm gonna go back to the mouse. I'll show you in a minute what I mean by that. This is if you want to change from positive to negative. If you want to, this one right here is to repeat, like to make multiples of the same type of tile. If you need change, if I click this one, if you see down the bottom how it changed those to negatives, so we have -1, -x, and -x squared. You want to go back and just click it again. It takes it back to all the positive values. And then if you need them to be long ways up and down, you hit this and you'll see how it changes our x value either vertical or horizontal. So I'll put it back in. Now let's say I put an answer over here and I'm like, ooh, I don't want that. That's when you can use the eraser. We'll click on the eraser and we will tell it to delete that one. You just click on it. So I'm going to go back to my pointer. So how these work is we have our different values, and I'm going to use it for distributive property. So in this first thing, all I did was to ask you to set this up. So I have my 3 plus my 2x down here, and this represents my x. So now I'll show you that if you just try to type in the answer, which would be 3x plus 2x squared, even if you get the right answer up top and you try to check it, it's going to tell you it's wrong because it's going to require the children to go ahead and put their information in here. So say let me go ahead and expand it. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill it out. So we can see my x times my 1 will give me this. I can fill in all my x's. And then we can see that the x squares will fit here. And now we already have that done up there, so let's check. And it says it's correct. What's nice about this is you can go to right here and it'll bring you a new problem up, and then they can solve that problem. It will not, see how I can't put my answer in there for right now. So what requires you to do is to go ahead and put the tiles that says build your model. It gives you the directions. So I know I'm going to have 8 first. That's just 8 single. So we're going to get those 8 up there. So there's 1. If I want to duplicate it, I can just hit this. And say I want 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just double check. I'm going to type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. And then hit the mouse so that you'll have that. And then we're going to go do our 3x. And if I need it to be long ones, I could remember to switch it, but I don't. I want them to be horizontal. So we're going to go ahead and put our 3 up here. We can do the same thing again. Just duplicate that. So there's 2, 3 back here. And then you can't do anything in here. See, it's not letting me do any of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit check. Then it'll let you move on to actually putting in the answer. But don't forget you have to do this first. So we're going to have a whole lot of x's. So then we just click this again. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's just start with that and start moving them around so I don't get too many. Oh yeah, and if you I forgot, take it off of that because it'll keep adding more every time you click on something. Once the kids get used to this, it's just a nice way, I think, that they can see a visual representation, a concrete form for them, because a lot of times this can be kind of an abstract type concept. So this is a nice way where they can really see what's happening when we're distributing these things. I'm just going to, and so you don't have to do the double. You can just grab them from over here and put them there. Let me hurry and try to finish this up. And then you can check it, but you get the idea of how to use it. And I just think it's really awesome. Some other features is you can go to like solving a regular problem. They have substitution in here, and they even have factoring. So I think it's a really awesome tool to use. I could see it being successful, like I said earlier, because they can take in a kind of a semi-abstract thing and see the really concrete version of it. I actually think I might start using this in my classroom. I know it's something we're supposed to, like I said, I haven't done this yet, so this is a tool, and I found a really good lesson plan on it that I'll be sharing that I really felt was good. So I feel like it could be successful in supporting the learning of mathematics students, because they can, see for solving linear equations and solving inequalities, all kinds of different things where this could be, make it concrete for them. So I hope this is what you're asking for, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. I think it's a really cool tool.